Hello YouTube friends, Ben Ochart here. I'm going to show you how to turn a tank like this, or really a tank of any size, into an instantly ready for fish tank. This is how I set up quarantine tanks, because when you need a tank for quarantine, you don't really have a lot of warning and you usually want to move real quick. If you spot that a fish is sick, you want to move them out of that tank right away. Less chance of contaminating everybody else. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to show you how to make this instantly ready to accept fish and put that fish in a healthy, instantly set up tank. Let's go. This tank has been filled to the halfway mark with tank water. This is tank water that I pulled out of one of my established tanks. Now that's not because beneficial bacteria is in the tank water. Very small amounts of beneficial bacteria is in that tank water. But this just kind of matches it up pH wise, things like that, just to shock the fish a little less when I transfer them over. Then what I do is I go ahead and I add whatever way you condition water. In my case, some prime. Just go ahead and condition the tank with the proper amount. And then go ahead and fill the rest of it up with some temperature matched water. I'd go up to about 1 inch of the top of the tank, maybe about up to here, maybe. Depending on the type of filter you're going to use on this tank, that'll determine really how high you want to take it. In this case, I'm going to show you a couple options for the filtering. So we'll take it maybe about 1 finger from the top. That's plenty. Now remember, this is half tank water and half faucet water that has been conditioned. Water conditioner has been added to this. This is a rock that was taken from the sump. This is kept in the sump, so this rock actually is rich with bacteria, beneficial bacteria. Just dump that in there. Now you have a source for beneficial bacteria. I also have a sponge that I keep in my sump. This is a small little pre-filter, and it goes over the intake of this small filter. So this would go right here. I also have a filter that goes inside of here. Filters are floating. These filters are floating in the sump system. So they sit here, and so I have 2 filters that are rich with beneficial bacteria. And then this just pops on the back. And that's going to add additional beneficial bacteria to this system. Now, if that's not enough, you can grab something like this, a couple cups of substrate out of your established tank, and just dump it right in. Just dump it right in here, and that will also give you a real nice amount of beneficial bacteria. Once that's done, and the temperature is matched, so you acclimate the fish, make sure your temperatures are correct. See this little top fin heater? It's made for this kind of a system. So you put that in there, takes the tank to about 78 degrees. Once the temperature is matched, you can move that fish directly from your current tank into here, and that fish will do fine. Now you can also do this in anything that will hold water that is clean, including a bucket. You can even do it in a bucket and it would be fine. These top fin units usually come with a filtration system like this. And if you know me, you know I don't use or keep the cartridges that come with these units. So I usually have some sponges that are cut, and again, keep these behind some rocks or back of your tank, or maybe in a sump. And all you do is just insert them into the unit, and then just attach the unit to your aquarium the way they suggest. In this case, it goes onto this corner over here. Plug it in, and you're good to go. And these sponges, because they've been floating in your tank for a long time, are rich in beneficial bacteria, and so it will be doing what it needs to do with your water, keeping a nice healthy environment for the fish while it's in quarantine. And of course, a big advantage of quarantine, putting a fish in a small tank for quarantine, is that you're not going to spend a fortune in medication. It is a lot less expensive to quarantine in here than to quarantine in a 100-gallon tank. That's for sure. Ask me how I know. These tanks also come with a pretty nice little lid, goes right on top, and a built-in little LED unit right here. So anyway, these are from Topfin. I think Aqueon makes them as well. Any 5-gallon, 10-gallon tank will do. So there you have it. That's how I instantly cycle a tank and get it ready as a quarantine tank. You can also apply what I've said on a larger scale to larger tanks. You can do this with a 40, a 60, a 100. Certainly you'd probably want to add more substrate from an established tank, perhaps a bit more decor from an established tank, and of course it doesn't hurt to have sponges and other filter media from a tank that's established, that is rich in beneficial bacteria that can get this tank going quickly. So just to recap, half tank water, just something I like to do. Then the rest is tap, temperature matched, and treated with whatever it is you want to treat your water with, in this case prime. All right, and you're good to go. You can, as long as the temperatures are matched, move that fish over, put them in. You can quarantine that fish instantly, or have an instant running tank. It's really that easy when you have access to things that are rich in beneficial bacteria, whether it's substrate, decor, or sponges. All right, so keep some of that stuff tucked away in your tank. Maybe behind some of the decor, throw a couple sponges back there and let them sit. Have some rocks, some extra rocks laying around in the tank that you don't mind pulling out. All these things will help you to get a small unit like this, or even a larger tank, up and running instantly. Okay, I hope that helped. Share your thoughts below, in the comments below. Hit that bell, and come visit on at the ben.o.cichlid Instagram site. You can follow me there, and also come over to ben.o.cichlid. And don't forget, Saturday live stream. I get to answer your questions in a live format at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. Saturday is usually at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Okay? Hope to see you there. That's it for me. Hope this helps. Bye-bye.